Hello, welcome to the Microsoft Excel training. In today's video, we're going to be looking at the rand between function. The rand between function will help us to generate random values, from a lower value to a higher value. We are going to see how we can generate set of random values. So let's go into the class and see how this can be done. All right, welcome back to this training. Today we are going to be looking at the rand between function. The rand between function is also an arithmetic function. Okay, then the rand between function in Excel generates a random integer. In the previous session we looked at the rand. Okay, and then if you're trying to connect with that video, just subscribe and then search within the channel. You will see the rand function. So, or you also see a section of this video where I make reference, which you can also click to get the rand, the rand function. So here we're talking about rand between. This one generates between. So what it does is that it gives you lower and higher. So you have a bottom, you have a top. So that's what this one does. So it doesn't just generate just maybe between 0 and 1. It's you specify what you want your bottom value to be and what you want the higher value or the top value to be. In the rand function, it simply does between 0 and 1. And you saw in the rand function, if you had watched that video, you remember that we had to multiply by a particular kind of number we want to use to determine the change of the range. But in rand between, you don't need to do that. Rand between, you can specify what your range will look like. So let's go into the Excel sheet and see how this is done. So we do equal sign equals rand between. So you now specify what's your lower value. So maybe your lower is 10 and the top value is 100. And so you close the bracket. So it's going to give you a random number. So between the value of 22, between the value of 10 and 100. And that's what we've done here. So it's quite very easy. It's that easy. So now let me copy this down and you see that all I have is a random value between 10 and 100. Whatever you do here is not going to go beyond 100 because you already said between 10 and 100. So I use this a lot to generate value. In fact, sometimes when I want to do some analysis and I don't have numbers to use, I'll just simply use random, and then I'll now copy the value, then I'll paste as value. So it will no longer be a function. Can you see that it's no longer a function? I've changed it to ordinary value so I can use it in my calculation. So instead of typing numbers and then trying to sample numbers, you can just simply use the rand between. And it's not limited to maybe between 10 and 100. No, it's quite huge. You can say between 1,000 or between 10,000 and maybe this value. It depends on what analysis you are trying to do. And then it gives you a value. Then you can now give a random generation. So if it comes to generating value, this is a very, very good tool. So I can just simply copy this and paste as a value. So I can say group A, and then maybe this will be group B, and so on. So if let's say I'm now trying to do sum of the value, so I can say the sum of group A. That's it. So I have values to work. Oh, sorry, this is only showing group A. Let me put maybe something like this will make me to get what I want. I want it to show AB. No, 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 no. Okay, no problem. So that will be group B. Let me see something. Let me make a copy. I'm just going out of whatever. So it's just so I can put this as group B, and then group C, group D, and so on. Okay, so group C and so on. So, but what I'm trying to do is the random generation actually. So I can say rand between minus 10 and 10. So it means that whatever value is going to give me is going to be between minus 10 to 10. So can you see that? So that is the rand between function. Beautiful. So that's the power of the rand between function. So you can generate random value between a range of value. And you can use it for your calculations. You can use it for your analysis. You can use it for sampling. So this one gives you an option of specifying the range from this value to this value. Okay, so see you in another session when we'll be looking at another powerful function. Bye for now.